"Thanksgiving is family only," my wife's mother texted. "Find somewhere else to eat." The words glowed on my phone screen like a warning flare in the night. Not an invitation, not even a lie to soften the blade. Just the truth, written with the kind of blunt cruelty only family can manage. I sat in my office, lights off, blinds open. From my window, I could see the glow of Bella's restaurant down the street. Warm, gold-lit windows spilling laughter and clinking glasses onto the sidewalk. At 7 sharp, they arrived. My wife, her mother, her sister. All dressed carefully, as if this holiday mattered more than any other. As if I didn't exist. They entered. My pulse slowed. Cold. Controlled. I picked up the phone. Dialed Bella's manager. My voice even, almost pleasant. "Cancel the Thompson reservation." Silence. Then confusion. "But he did it." I leaned back. 20 minutes later, my phone rang. My wife's mother. "Why won't they seat us?" she demanded. I didn't answer. I only listened. And in that silence, I realized this wasn't about dinner. It was about the life they'd been building without me. And tonight, I would begin dismantling it. The exclusion wasn't new. Subtle, quiet shoves to the side. A missed invitation here. A miscommunication there. Always explained away by my wife with a smile. "They didn't mean it. You're overthinking. Don't take it so personally." But repetition wears down even the strongest denial. Patterns form. Shadows move. I had seen the text threads once when she left her phone on the counter. Her mother's words, "He doesn't belong. He's not one of us." And her replies, too soft, too careful. Not defending me, not fighting for me. Just silence. Agreement through omission. Family only. The phrase rang in my head, heavy with implication. I was the outsider. The tolerated placeholder. A man filling time until the right story unfolded. Until their version of life was complete. But I also knew there was more. The late nights at the office, the unexplained calls, the perfume that didn't smell like hers. Her family's protection made sense, suddenly. They weren't keeping me out for tradition. They were keeping me out because of what they knew, and what they thought I didn't. I started small. Passwords, phone records, bank statements. Nothing violent, nothing loud, just patient gathering. Each detail a stitch in the tapestry of her betrayal. The first proof, a recurring charge at a hotel 20 minutes from her office. Always Fridays, always billed at midnight. The second, phone logs, calls at odd hours to a number saved under Claire, though Claire's voice had answered once, deep, masculine, and startled. The third, a receipt, found tucked inside her purse. 2 entrees, 1 bottle of wine, a table for 2. She never suspected. I played my role well. The tired husband, distracted with work. The man too dull, too blind to see the storm forming right in front of him. But inside, the storm raged. Cold lightning, sharp winds. Each night I lay awake beside her, watching her sleep, her breath steady, her body turned slightly away from me. She thought distance was safety. She didn't understand distance was clarity. And I was clearer than ever. The DNA test arrived on a Wednesday. I had swabbed the inside of our son's cheek with a tenderness that almost broke me. Almost. The results were absolute, irrefutable, not mine. I sat with the envelope for hours, the paper heavy in my hands, as if it carried more than ink, as if it carried the weight of years, of vows, of a life that had been an elaborate performance. That night, I slid the paper across the kitchen table. No words, just silence. She read it once, blinked, read it again. Her face collapsed. First shock, then horror, then a desperation that looked almost like grief. "Please," she whispered. I said nothing. Silence is heavier than rage. Silence forces truth into the open. And in that silence, I watched the life she built shatter. Thanksgiving. Bella's restaurant again. The glow, the warmth, the carefully planned reservation under the Thompson name. I let them gather, their laughter brittle now, their smiles strained. My wife's eyes darting toward me, searching for answers, for rescue, for forgiveness I had no intention of offering. I called the manager again. Cancel the Thompson reservation. When the hostess turned them away, confusion turned to embarrassment. Then panic. My wife's mother fumed. Her sister whispered. My wife stood frozen, caught in the storm she helped create. My phone rang once more. Her mother again. Voice sharp with outrage. "Why won't they seat us?" This time, I answered. "Family," I said, and hung up. I didn't stay to watch them scatter, didn't need to see their faces collapse under the weight of their own choices. Instead, I returned to my office, sat in the dark, watched the restaurant glow like a stage where actors had forgotten their lines. There was no satisfaction, only clarity. They had written me out of their story long before tonight. I had simply chosen to write the ending myself. Cold, precise, final. I picked up the phone one last time. Not to call Bella's, not to call her, to call my lawyer. Because family, after all, is not defined by blood. It is defined by truth. And truth had already chosen its side.